I'm Nicole Delger of NicoleDelger.com, and we're here doing indie chats. We're in the Portraits to the People studio in San Francisco. Portraits to the People, you are Portraits to the People.
I am.
Sarah Deragon.
Hello.
So, Sarah, when did you launch your portraits, your full-on business?
I quit my day job August 1st, 2012.
Wow, coming up on 1 year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a ride.
It's been a ride, yeah.
And so, you, to me, just embody an amazing independent brand. So what is an indie brand to you?
Indie brand is someone who is daring, someone who is confident and finds a niche and excels and grows from that and is constantly reinventing themselves, not afraid of failing. And yeah, it's just like super stoked about what they do and they want to share it with the whole world.
Yeah, and what I really love about the work that you're doing is, yes, you're doing the not so corporate headshot, which are amazing talent of lighting and capturing people in their headshots, but you're doing a lot more than that. You're teaching classes. You opened a studio. So how has that been for you when you launched your business to launch a lot of different parts of the business?
I think it's just going with needs. I always felt like I'm a good teacher, and as a photographer I saw that if I took good iPhone photos and put them on Instagram, it built my brand. So I'm really invested in brand, being consistent across all social media platforms and being like, okay, I'm a photographer. I don't love Twitter because it's not visual. What's another medium that I can use? And Instagram was that for me. So I want to share my love of Instagram. And I'm sick of looking at bad photos.
Oh gosh.
No more selfies in the bathroom mirror. Like, we raise it up.
Yeah, when I came to you for my not so corporate headshot, I had a beautiful picture of me on my website because it was my engagement photo that was cropped. So it was like it looked like the wind was blowing in my hair, and
you were windblown.
So it was fabulous if I was trying to attract men, but I needed a headshot. For those who are growing their business, sometimes knowing, well, where do I spend the money in my business? I do have a budget, but it's limited.
Right.
And how can I be really smart about that? And I think the headshot is one of the first and most important pieces of getting your brand out there.
Like, when's the last time you Googled yourself? Do you see the photos that come up? Like, your customers and clients are going to take you seriously if you have a shoddy photo, because it really says, I don't take myself seriously enough. I'm not worth investing in myself. And we know that's not true, but what are you projecting out into the world? And also, I feel like something that I've learned from you and why I love having you in my life is community. Who are you surrounded with? Do you have a bunch of yes people that are like, yes, that's beautiful and everything you do are amazing? Or do you have some people that are like, that photo is ugly, you need to fix it, your website is hard to navigate, like, you're sharing too much information on Facebook, like, rein it in.
Yeah, because the headshot is kind of, you know, the peak of that self-presentation.
Right.
And when you're an independent brand, you have to figure out that line of, this is my personal life and this is my business, but maybe they're named the same thing. I know that's me in my case. And well, how does that look like when I'm showing my work self and my private self, and how do you draw those lines?
Right. I think you can focus on a few things, like, people should know that I'm passionate about living in San Francisco, that I adore my niece and nephew, and that my partner and I work together. You know, you can be really strategic about what you share. The more you share about yourself, people will invest in you. But, you know, just hold it back a little.
Yeah, and I was just the other day, I had this Facebook post. My husband had gone out of town.
This is a good Facebook
It was
post.
pretty funny, and I said, my husband's out of town. You know what they say, when the cat's away, the mice go to bed at 8:30 because no one is there to judge her. And I got like so many likes on this post, and it was so funny to me. And I think we were talking it's not always about being perfect. It's not my house isn't always rainbows and glitter bombs, you know, and these amazing things kind of going on. But you have to find the line of, when you do share something that's maybe negative or perceived not so glamorous, it has to have that veil of maybe humor or self-deprecation.
In a healthy way.
In a healthy way. Not, you know, at the ER again. What? So, you know, if we turn that into advice rather than just complaining about what people do, which would be a longer video, is really kind of figuring out what is the lens of your business.
That's
you know,
good.
Do I want to be, you know, funny and self-deprecating and smart. And so all of those three things, if my post doesn't map back to those things I want my business perceived about, don't share it. You know, make that a text to your sister. You can still share it and make it really humorous. It doesn't have to necessarily go on Facebook or on Twitter or in those social media. And so figuring out, you know, take time for yourself and ask yourself, what are those four things, those three things I want to be perceived as? And when you're wondering, how do I share? How do I become involved?
What do I share? Right?
Map it back.
Map it back.
So for those who are watching, if they want to work with you, your website
is portraitstothepeople.com. Again, we do natural light outside photos, online dating photos, family portrait sessions, and you know, we're doing some video here and there.
Yeah, fabulous, amazingly entertaining videos in Portraits to the People studio. Sarah, thank you so much for having us, and thank you guys for watching. If you have a comment on today, visit NicoleDelger.com. Share, we would love to know your advice about how you figure out what you post and what you share and what you don't, or your own challenges when it comes to how you represent yourself in your business. It's such a huge piece. So we would love to hear from you. If you are there, hop on my newsletter. I would love to join in your inbox. And Sarah, thanks again, and until next time, guys.
See ya!